only gonna, yeah, just let's go to the, actually, let's go to.
Sergeant Carrie Davies, last name spelled D-A-V-I-E-S. Sergeant Carrie Davies, last name spelled D-A-V-I-E-S. First name K-A-R-I-E.
Okay, from the top.
At 12:30 today, approximately, actually let me back that up. At 12:37 today, we got a call of a possible shooting around the corner at Athel and Sego. Officers arrived on scene, saw a male adult on the ground being attended to by witnesses and residents in the area. Our partners at Orange County Fire Authority arrived on scene, took over care for our victim, and he was transported to a hospital in unknown condition at this time. The vehicles involved in this shooting are a black Mercedes sedan and a white Honda, possibly a Civic or an Accord. They left the area, and that is all we have at this time.
So it was a car-to-car shooting?
Correct. Car-to-car shooting.
Do you know how many individuals were involved with this incident? Suspects were
there was a driver in the Mercedes. Our victim was seated in the passenger seat. There was a driver of the white Honda, and the passenger in the Honda is our shooter.
All men?
All males as far as we know.
any age range?
Don't have an age range.
If anybody has any information, what's the best phone number they can contact?
If they have information related to this, just call the police department at 949-724-7000.
So Carrie, how strange is it for a quiet Irvine neighborhood to have this happen, and what does it tell you about the randomness or perhaps purposefulness of this shooting?
Yeah, so things like this don't usually happen in residential neighborhoods, specifically in Irvine, in broad daylight, with people home and walking and out and about. So although we don't have any specific details as to how this happened or why this happened, it appears this was not random. For whatever reason, it seems our victim was targeted, and so our investigation is going to continue until we figure this out.
And is there any evidence to suggest that the victim lives anywhere here, or do these two cars just end up here for whatever reason?
The victim lives in South County, so there's no indication why they would be in this area.
And is it your information, are these younger adults?
We don't have ages on our victim or on the perpetrators.
Any plates?
We don't have any plates yet. Our detectives are canvassing the area, looking for video or anybody who may have seen something that could have that information for us.
Man, I know you mentioned there's obviously a crime scene behind this. Do you know how long the scene will be closed off for?
It'll be a few hours. Yeah, we have all our equipment out here. So.
And what were the witnesses saying they heard? Did you indicate how many shots?
The witness said they heard several pops. We don't know exactly how many gunshots there were, but the victim was struck multiple times.
Where?
In the upper torso area.
And is it life-threatening?
It's life-threatening, but we don't have his condition at this time.
Is there any indication that this could have been a robbery gone wrong, or were any information on that?
There's no indication that we have anything obvious to point to at this point.
So did the white Honda pull up? Was the Mercedes parked on the street, not in a driveway, and the Honda pulled up right up next to it? What do you know based on what witnesses are saying?
The Mercedes, according to witnesses, pulled up opposite on the wrong side of the street against the curb, and then the white Honda pulled next to the passenger side of the Mercedes in the opposite direction.
So it was if the driver of the Honda was trying to engage that other car, right?
Yes, well, yes. The passenger is ultimately the shooter, but it was basically passenger side to passenger side, if that makes sense.
So in other words, the car pulled up to the car where the victim was.
Correct.
And then both cars, what happened at that point after the victim was shot? Did he open the door and get out? Did the driver push him out? How was it that the victim ended up on the street or the sidewalk and there were no cars left behind?
That information is unclear at this time. Callers indicated that they could hear a man outside screaming for help. So we don't have those details at this time as to whether he got out of the vehicle himself or if he was dragged out of the vehicle. We don't have that information at this time.
But when police arrived, there were no cars here.
Correct. There was one vehicle in the area that was assisting our victim, trying to provide aid to him, somebody that had stopped to help. But other than that, there were no suspect vehicles left in the area.
And so who are you looking? You're looking for two cars right now.
Correct. We're looking for the black Mercedes sedan and a white Honda Accord or Civic.
Any direction of travel?
It sounds like the Honda Civic exited the street we're on now, which is Sego, towards the I don't know what street that is there. Is it Elm? Yeah, I think it's Elm. And then headed, sounds like left on Elm. And then the Mercedes, we don't know which direction they left, but preliminarily it doesn't look like they left this way. So there's like three other ways to get out of this neighborhood, and so we're surmising at this point that the Mercedes used one of those exits.
Was he able to talk?
I don't have that information.
Okay, Carrie, thank you.
You're welcome. What's that?
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, I wish I had more information, but it's what it is at this point. So we're just, we got detectives and officers all over this neighborhood canvassing, looking for any leads whatsoever. So unfortunately, it doesn't seem like anybody was actually outside at that time to actually witness the shooting, but they heard it. And so that's why we're relying on video camera or surveillance camera to try to get that information for us. So hope we find it.